A beautiful young woman visits the gynecologist, looking a bit embarrassed. "Doctor," she says, "this is kind of awkward, but I think I have a very unusual issue." The gynecologist smiles reassuringly. "I've been doing this for over 20 years. Trust me, nothing surprises me anymore." She relaxes and gets into position for the exam. As he begins, she explains, "The thing is, I keep finding these odd postage stamps from Brazil down there." After a quick inspection, the doctor chuckles and says, "Ma'am, those aren't postage stamps. They're the little stickers they put on bananas." An elderly lady went to the doctor for a routine checkup. Everything looked fine, but before leaving, she pulled the doctor aside. "Doctor," she said, "I haven't had sex in years, and I'm wondering, how can I boost my husband's sex drive?" The doctor smiled and asked, "Have you tried giving him Viagra?" She sighed, "Doctor, I can't even get him to take aspirin when he has a headache." The doctor nodded thoughtfully. "All right, try this. Crush the Viagra into a fine powder, mix it into his food. Something strong flavored. Beans, maybe. He won't even notice." Excited, the old lady thanked him and left in a hurry. A few weeks later, she came back looking distressed. The doctor asked, "So, how did it go?" She shook her head. "Oh, it worked all right. I did exactly what you said. He ate the beans, stood up, ripped all his clothes off, and we made the most passionate love right there on the table." The doctor raised an eyebrow. "That sounds amazing. Then what's the problem?" She groaned. "Doctor, I can never show my face at Taco Bell again." An elderly man goes to the doctor for his annual checkup. After going through all the tests, the doctor says, "You're in great shape for your age. Anything bothering you?" The old man nods slowly. "Well, Doc, there is one thing. Every morning at 7, I pee like a racehorse. Then at 8, like clockwork, I have a great big bowel movement." The doctor looks puzzled. "That sounds perfectly healthy. What's the issue?" The old man sighs. "I don't wake up until 9. Little Johnny grows up and ends up working an ordinary job without any impressive qualifications. One day, out of the blue, he's invited to an interview for the position of dean at a prestigious university. Surprised but excited, Johnny travels to another city, where he learns he's in the final round against a philosopher, a scientist, and a doctor. The night before the interview, all 4 candidates are treated to a lavish dinner. The next morning, each is brought in one by one and asked the same single question. What is the fastest thing in the world? The scientist goes first. He says, "The fastest thing is light. Nothing can move faster. And if we could travel at light speed, we could explore distant galaxies." The doctor steps in next. He replies, "The fastest thing is a blink. It happens so quickly we barely notice it, yet it occurs countless times a day." The philosopher answers with a calm smile. He says, "The fastest thing is thought. We can instantly think of the moon, then the stars, then the edge of the universe, all in a flash." Finally, it's little Johnny's turn. He sits down and confidently says, "The fastest thing in the world is shit." The interview panel stares at him, stunned. "Excuse me?" one of them says. "Care to explain?" Johnny nods. "Last night, I went a little overboard at dinner. Those garlic prawns were amazing. But around 2 a.m., my stomach made a noise I'll never forget. And before I could think, blink, or even turn on the light, it came out."